Evening, everybody. Icy here. Uh, Kind of hard coming up with some different subjects because there's so many happening in this friggin' country right now. It's hard to nail one or two. So I'm going to pick one today, and that's going to be DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. I've been watching some of his testimony up on the Hill. The various senators and congressmen, they're asking him questions, and this guy is slippier than a greased pig, I'm telling you. Can't answer what is an assault weapon. I'm going to start with that one. Okay, bonehead. An assault weapon is anything you use to assault a person with. It could be a knife, a club. It's an assault weapon. And if you think the term assault rifle applies, there's no such thing. An AR-15 stands for Army Light Rifle Model Number 15, so let's not even go there. All right, now let's go on the other aspect of this. You're supposed to be in Department of Homeland Security. You couldn't secure toilet paper in a friggin' porta potty. I swear to God. You've got a million illegals that are crossing into this country between October and March, and you don't know where the hell they are. You don't know if they're carrying drugs. You don't know if they're carrying weapons. You don't know if they're actually what back in the day they would call fifth columnists, people that would be in a country and then they would sabotage different locations throughout the country to cause havoc. I have personally believe that they are fifth columnists, a lot of them, because you got more military aged men coming into this country than you do women and children. You've got an increase of 900%, I heard, of Chinese nationals coming into the United States. And call me crazy, call me paranoid, but China said that they're going to dominate the world within 100 years. That statement was made back in 1949. So we're talking 2049 for China to dominate the entire planet. Now, the H1N1 virus originated in China, in Wuhan lab of all places, back in 2009. Then we got COVID coming from, of course, Wuhan lab in China. Now we just recently had the observation balloon, you want to call it? Bullshit, it's a fucking spy balloon. And the boneheads in Washington, D.C. did not shoot it down when it was over Alaska, which is their excuse was we didn't want to shoot it over land because it might damage people if it falls on them. Alaska would have been the perfect place to do it because there weren't a lot of people out in them friggin' mountains. If you allow something like that to fly over the entire length of the United States, filming and recording information on all of our military bases, our nuclear missile sites, our strategic locations for defending the United States. That's spying. You should have been shot down as soon as you entered U.S. airspace. But we got these boneheads that think they know better about national security than us, but they never served in the military. They have no idea what national security is. And let's get back to Mayorkas again, because I hate getting off subject, but I'm old and my mind wanders when there's so much bullshit going on. It's kind of hard to focus on one thing. But we're going to stick with Mayorkas for right now. Okay, so we got a million illegal aliens that he has no idea where they're at. The guy keeps coming up with all these excuses. Well, we're securing the border, but yet you defunded the wall, which has already been paid for. You refuse to let them finish the wall, which was already paid for. You refuse to allow the state of Texas to purchase the material that's already been manufactured so that they could continue the wall. Not only that, but look what happened in Arizona. They tried to seal up the broken pieces of the border by putting those trailers, the tractor trailer bodies, and they stacked them, 3 high? And the federal government sued the state to make them remove it because they want the illegals to come in. And it makes me suspicious. Why would you allow illegals to come in, which causes such a heavy burden upon the American people? I'll give you a good example. I used to live in California for a while, and one of the issues they had back when I was living there in the early 90s was that hospitals were closing because of the massive influx of illegal aliens using the emergency room. They don't have insurance, and by federal law and state law, emergency rooms must treat the people. So the emergency rooms are overflowing with all these illegals. It's a burden on the people that are financing the hospitals. So to save money, they close. So now you have less hospitals to treat citizens, and you also have less hospitals to treat the massive influx of illegals. All right, so what's the problem? The problem is they're not securing the border. To secure the border means you put up a fence. I don't care if you, instead of a fence, if you want to put up automatic machine gun towers that have a kill radius of 1,500 meters and you space them out every 300 yards, and then you announce to everybody, you cross this path, you get shot. I would also take a whole bunch of gators and stick them in the the Rio Grande River. You want to make it so that it's hard for these people to come. You want to make it so that it's basically impossible for these people to come. I mean, I proposed an idea and it got shot down, but I said let's turn the whole friggin' border into one giant military base because that'll make anybody crossing in, breaking federal law. Right now it's nitpicking. Oh, it's just a local law. It's they're not really breaking the law. Oh, they came in and we gave them a court date. Okay. You imagine this? Jeffrey Dahmer gets caught eating some kid, and the Mayorkas and the rest of the idiots. Oh, well, let's give him a court date and he can come back later. That seems to be what's going on. I mean, think about it. They've screwed the bail reform issue. They don't leave people in jail. They're attacking honest citizens. They're attacking parents that are trying to defend their children. They're attacking Catholics, which I just recently found out that a lot of the people in D.C., and I believe Mayorkas is one of them, that are targeting members of the Catholic faith, especially the ones that go to the Latin Mass, and they're actually talking about FBI agents being in there spying on the people, seeing if they can find subversion. What the hell is going on with you people? Common friggin' sense seems to have gone down the toilet in this country. Look, let's face facts. You come into this country illegally, you're a criminal. 10 people coming into this country, you're illegal. In Russia, when they had their people go into Ukraine, it was 20,000, and it was called an invasion. We've got 1 million people that came into this country, and no one says shit. Nobody cares. And the people that are caring are getting slapped in the head. They're getting fined. They're getting penalized. They're getting told we don't know what in the hell we're talking about. Old Mayorkas there says, oh, the wall's secure. The border is secure. That's like say you take a colander and it's secure for holding water. My ass. You want to secure the border? Let the American citizens go down there armed to the teeth and just open up a firing range facing south. See how fast people stop coming in here. And then the other thing I would suggest is starting in the northern states, take one state at a time and sweep through the state. Gather up every single illegal there. And I wouldn't put them on a plane. They're expensive. Cargo ships. They come up here hiding in containers. They can go back hiding in containers. Stick their asses in cargo ships and ship them all the way back down to the southern tip of South America. Then they can make their way back home. It's getting ridiculous. We love this country loves people that come here legally. And it's legal. That's the whole term, legally. You overstay your visa, you're now a criminal. Act like a criminal and get the hell out of here. We don't want you. Do things the right way. It's not that hard. It really isn't. I don't know what to tell you people, honestly. I really don't know what to say. Because every Democrat that is currently in office doesn't see any issues. We have no problems. The border is secure. Oh, dear God. I'm telling you, if somebody else gets killed down there, all hell's going to break loose. And these idiots in D.C. are going to be held responsible. And back in the old day, when people screwed up and they were in politics, they used to get tarred and feathered and run out of the town on a rail. And I think maybe it's time to have these politicians start fearing the citizens once again, because I haven't seen any of them keep their oath of office. None of them. I don't care, Republican, Democrat, Independent. I have yet to see any of them keep their oath of office. Support and defend the Constitution of the United States, protect the people of the United States. The only thing they're protecting right now is their wallets. And that's wrong. And Mayorkas, you're the first one that needs to be fired. Totally fired. You're an insult to this country. You're an insult to the people working on the border trying to protect this country. You're making these people work with handcuffs on. It's time to release the handcuffs and let them do their damn job. Time to finish building that wall. Time to really make this country hard to get into. And once that southern border is totally secure, my suggestion is put a ban on all visitors coming from other countries for at least 2 years. We need to fix this country internally before we keep letting people come in. You have to start making English the national language. You have to start publishing our citizenship papers in English only. Right now, you got them in every friggin' language you can get. The people are not being forced to learn English. They're not being forced to be assimilated into the society. You've got individual little enclaves of different groups that are living together, and Mayorkas is all fine with that because he doesn't care. As long as he keeps doing what his masters tell him to do, he's fine with it. You got a place up in central New York State. Last I heard, it's called Islamburg or something like that, and it's a suspected terrorist training camp. You've got communities like Curious Joel, which is a solid Hasidic community, and they don't allow outsiders to live there. This is the United States. You should be able to live wherever you want as a citizen. I don't care if you're British, Ethiopian, from Uganda, Brazil. I don't care. You're a citizen. You should be allowed to live in any community you want to in this country. And that's a problem. There is no U.S. It's all individual little enclaves that are being supported by the Democrats, and especially Mayorkas right now. His ass has got to go. And then we can work on the FBI and the other officials in positions of power, because the dominoes have to fall. Our country's going to hell in a handbasket, and they just don't care. And I'm too old to give a damn. What are they going to do, arrest my ass? Who cares? So I go to jail. Big deal. So I die in jail. Like I really care? I'm old enough. I've already lived my life. I've survived so much. I don't give a shit what these people think about me. I don't care what you think about me. I'm voicing my opinion. And I tell you what, I've been around the world 5 times. I've been to 26 different countries. I've lived in 5 different countries. And you know what? Right now, those other countries are looking a lot better than this one is right now. All right, well, this is icy. Quick. I know, I'm rattling again. Oh, well. deal with it. Good night, guys.